are out for protest. Our government are not doing the right thing. They have blocked the road now. Ataga Makode.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me in this live section. So guys, if you're new to this channel, do well to hit that subscribe button, like and drop a comment under the comment section. Let me know what you're seeing on this headline. Now let's dive into what we have for today. So Benue State women blocked highway and they're saying enough is enough to the indiscriminate arrest and killings of herdsmen. They have come out to say enough is enough, that they are tired of being killed by herdsmen every time. Let me now tell you that this is not just another protest. This is the voice of Benue women, mothers, sister, widows crying out against a system that has failed them. You guys know that Tinubu's government has failed when it comes to insecurity. This thing happens every time. Insecurity, herdsmen's killing is now a daily trend. Like, it's now a daily news. Every time we hear of Benue, killing people in Benue State, an attack happened in Nasawara. This happens every time. There's no day that passes without us hearing this kind of sad news. It happens every time. What is the government doing about it? What is Tinubu's government doing about it? Where is the military? Where is the military? Where is, what are the national people that we call senators? What are they doing? What are they doing in that place? Imagine women coming out to say enough is enough to the killings in Benue. Women, if women come out, those are that it has gotten, you've pushed them to the wall. Imagine what is happening. Women, yesterday blocked highways, saying enough is enough to the nonsense, the killings, incessant killing happening in Benue State. They are saying, stop the killing, stop the arrest. Imagine Nigerian government going after innocent citizens in Benue State while allowing terrorists to walk around freely. No, they have said enough is enough. To that, they said, give us justice. Stop the killings. On Friday morning, women from the North Bank area of Makodi, the capital of Benue State, blocked the federal highway near Agan toll gate. This happened yesterday, Friday. They were not armed. They were not violent instead. Let me just play the video for you guys to watch in case you didn't watch that video.
Women are out for protest. Our government are not doing the right thing. They have blocked the road now. Ataga Makode.
Now, guys, let me let you know that the killings in Benue State is too much. That is why women had to come out to protest. Imagine what will make women come out to protest. The killing is too much. They're saying enough is enough. And the worst part is that the government is not doing anything about it after the Lewota attack. Benue State have seen several other attacks, and it's too much. Imagine losing your loved ones. Do you know the pain of losing loved ones? Do you know the pain? Do you know that in IDP camp where people are, people, do you know that in just 1 week, 2,843 people arrived IDP camp in just 1 week? That's to tell you how these people are killing people, destroying communities. They're running away from their own home. This is to tell you the number of people that have been displaced in Nigeria. You think it's a joke? Because it's not happening in your community. It is happening in Benue State. Benue State is, crying and lamenting of the killings in Benue State. What is the government doing about it? What is the military doing about this? What are they doing concerning this thing happening? What are they doing? The government, they are silenced to all this attack. In just a day, let me now tell you guys, in just a day, they arrested 50 people of our boys. This is what one woman that was, the protesters, and this is a woman among the protests. She came out and said just in a day, they arrested 50 people of our boys. And, the woman was like, what did they do? Nothing. But the real killers, the herdsmen, are still free, attacking us daily. This woman also talking about the detaining of their young boys when they did not do anything. But these terrorists that come to burn them alive, to destroy their homes, the military don't go after them. Police don't go after them. Another woman said, we live in fear of being raped, killed, or displaced by armed herdsmen. And now we fear the police too. Who is left to protect us? Who is left to protect us then? This is what another woman said, the woman that was protesting. Now, let me tell you that what these bad guys are doing is actually affecting Nigeria's economy. We're talking about our economy is gone. Farmers are just managing to cultivate in their lands. And when they cannot go to their lands, what does it mean to farm? You're crushing Nigeria's economy. It will get to a time when there will be scarcity of food. Benue State is known, is the food basket of the nation. Benue is the food basket of the, but as it stands now, there is no food in Benue State again because farmers cannot even go to their farms again to cultivate. These protests come in the shadow of a deadly wave of violence. Just weeks earlier, the Yelewata community in Guma local government area was attacked. We know that over 200 lives was claimed in that attack. On June 13th, around 10 p.m., terrorists attacked an IDP camp, sheltering over 400 people in the same Benue State. When they were repelled by military, they turned their guns and marched on the Yelewata main market, burning victims alive, destroying homes, and chanting Alubaka, sending a chilling message. Now, it was one of the most horrifying massacres in recent memory, and yet there have not been any meaningful arrest of the real perpetrators. Do you know what is the worst thing about all this thing happening in this country? After these people, attack communities, do you know that there have not been any arrests? I want to ask you, all these terrorists, do you think they fly from heaven? Don't they pass checkpoints? Please tell me under the comment section, do they fly from heaven? Don't they pass checkpoints, or did they disappear? They pass checkpoints, they get fuel. So where did they get their fuel from? Let's ask ourselves this question. Where did they get weapons from? Where did they get fuel, most especially fuel they used to burn people's houses? Where did they get it from? These terrorists they don't live in covens. They don't live in caves. They live in the forests across Niger, Plateau, and the rest. So why is it our chief of defense staff, or why is it our military men don't want to go to these locations or look for them? It's not like Nigeria don't have the money to weaponize our soldiers or to build things that can, detect where or look that will give proper investigation on where these criminals are. If bandits can use drone to monitor our militants or our military men, so why is it that Nigeria cannot weaponize them and build up things that can monitor or will find where they are? They don't live in covens. They pass checkpoints. Their camps are everywhere. So why is it that no meaningful arrest has been made? They will tell you they are working. What are they working? If they are truly working, if the military is truly working, all these things will not be happening. This is too much. You might be feeling it's okay, everything is fine, because it has not happened to your community. You might be feeling, until it happens to your community, you will realize that insecurity is becoming the problem of, in fact, it's the worst problem we have now in Nigeria. This is too much. How can this thing be happening? The government is not saying anything about it. Let's ask ourselves this question: how can people pull on? Do you know that they're not even scared again? I am telling you the truth. They are not even scared. Take a look at this video.
Innocent citizens are protecting their farms from Fulani herdsmen. Look at them running back after committing. They have committed and they are running back to their place. Look at them with their cattle after killing innocent citizens in Benue along Union Greek axis. And look at farmers running back from their farms. Look at them running. You can see one of the Fulani herdsmen with his cutlass running. You can see them. He's running. He's afraid. He's thinking they want to attack him. He's thinking they want to attack him. Yes, they are thinking they want to attack them. Meya faru aboki. Yakuna gudu haka. Da zagani gobe ko? Kache gobe za mu gani ko? Eh? Okay, the Fulani man is saying we will see tomorrow. Yes. The community will see tomorrow. Yes, that the community will see tomorrow. That is to say they are coming back for attack. Look at them going.
Sorry, guys, you can now believe me when I tell you that these Fulani people are not even scared. Now, they said one thing. They said, when they killed 200 people in Yelewata, one of these Fulani men came and said, "You guys are crying of just 200 people. You guys imagine that." He said he can kill a whole community just because of one calf, a baby cow. This is what Fulani people are doing, and then the government is just looking and watching them. Do you know that all these farmers, do you know they even bring their cows to farm, they eat up their crop, and the government are just watching? Take a look at this video. I don't know if I've shared it in this live section. The Fulani man was in the man's land. The cow was eating up his investments. Let me tell you, these farmers are poor. That is why they are farming. Poor people that cannot help their life. They can't even send their children to school. And then the little crop little seed they put on the ground, they are depending on it for feeding. As the economy has failed, high cost of living is bad. The little seed they put on the ground, that is what they are depending on to eat. That's what is sustaining them. It is so bad that you now see Fulani cows coming into your land, eating up your crops. And when the man said, "Leave my farm," he said, "Go and call Tinubu." Meaning that they are not even scared of President Tinubu because, he's helpless. Take a look.
Yeah. Tinubu, go call Tinubu, make him call and send them. Ma call Tinubu? Call now. So no, come out of farm. Where do you, there you go see. I don't go come out of farm.
Guys, you can see how less these Fulani people are, and our government is just watching and looking. Look, this is happening in Benue State. It's happening in Benue State. For those that are asking where is this from, it happened in Benue State yesterday. Women came out to protest of the way these bad guys are killing them. Do you know what it is to lose loved ones? And why is the government not talking? But do you know that I've seen campaign, that producing chin plantain cheese for campaign of 2027, guys. Do you know that? And I saw Tinubu's picture in the packaging. We have not even seen, we have not, if 2025 is not yet over, we have not seen 2026, but then the president is campaigning when people are dying. Guys, what do you say about this? What do you say about this and happening in Nigeria? This is so bad. How can we be going like this? Is this how we're going to end up in this country? The country that doesn't even value people's life. They don't care if people die, but you will see them. Do you know that people in IDP camp, let me tell you, 2,843 people arrived IDP camp in just 1 week. What does this tell you? IDP camp is where, people that don't have house, people that are displaced, come to shelter themselves. Do you know that even at that, these Fulani men still came and attacked the IDP camp and killed over 400 people? And the government is just watching and looking. People go out to vote. Our vote doesn't count. They do what they like. They force themselves into office, promising what they will not even intend to keep. This is what we are seeing in Nigeria. What are we going to do as citizens? We have gone out to protest. Just like now, what happened in Yelewata? People came out to protest over the killing of 200 people in Yelewata, in Benue State. What happened? They threw tear gas at them. They opened fire at them. Guys, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Is it to rant? We have gone online to rant. We have done the End Bad Governance protest. Even the End Bad Governance protest, there are some people that they are arrested. What is their crime? That they came out, they are still in detention till now. They're still in prison because they came out to say that they are hungry, guys. They came out to say that they are hungry and then they arrested them. Nigeria is lawless. Nigeria is a lawless country. They watch. Do you know that even all this is happening, but the president is only concerned of building cattle ranches, guys? You have not even built shelter for people that was displaced. You have not built shelter for people that have been displaced. But your God, if you go to IDP camp, like I said, IDP camp in Nigeria is where, people that was displaced, orphans, people that, Fulani people killed their parents, that is where they stay. Just in 1 week, 2,843 people arrived IDP camp. Tinubu cannot say, let him go and visit them and build shelter for them. No. But, all they do is, their intention, their ambition is to build cattle ranches for cows. And even in that cattle ranches, there'll be school. Tell me the kind of government that will be doing this when people are dying. Tell me the kind of government that will be, campaigning for something that will happen in 2 years' time, election. All their aim is who will be the next president. Now, if Nigeria keeps going like this, do you think there'll be anything like Nigeria? Do you think there'll be any country like Nigeria? If these Fulani people are killing people like this and then the government is not saying anything about it, do you think there'll be any country like Nigeria again? So what's the essence of campaigning ahead? We are still in 2025 and the president is campaigning, preparing for 2027 when his term, this is tenure, he has not even, settled, or he has not even put things in order. So why is he campaigning? This is the country we are seeing ourselves. This country is lawless. People are dying. Do you know that people die? Like thousands of people die. There is no day that will pass that you will not hear attack by these Fulani men. There's no time it happens every day. Every day, it happens every day. On June 8th alone, on the month of June, if I tell you the people that died in Nigeria, you will pity for Nigeria. You'll be like, is it a crime to become a citizen in this country? You'll be like, is it a crime? Now, June 8th, farmers were killed, about 2. June 11th, 2 were killed, 2. This is what the protesters were saying. June 12th, you see, it happens every time, almost every time. June 12th, 5 killed. Do you know the worst thing? Even in your own house, you don't even have peace. Guys, tell me. After, we're talking about Nigeria, cost of living is high. You get to do several works. You get to do like 5 works to sustain yourself and your family. Because imagine in Nigeria, minimum wage is 70,000 naira, and there are some states that have not started paying workers 70,000 naira. They're still paying them 30,000 naira. Guys, then do you know what people can buy with 30,000 naira? Even now, we can't even buy it with 70,000 naira. You can't buy it with 100,000 naira. People will, work out themselves, and then for them to come back, they don't even have rest. Some are living in the bush because of they are scared of these bad guys attacking them at night, because this is one of the tactics of these bad guys and these terrorists. They come at night and attack. Do you know every time they are digging graves, big graves, because of mass burial, because they can't even identify the victims. That's how bad it is. Every time they conduct mass burial, they dig graves because they cannot identify the victims. This is what we see in Nigeria. It happens every time. It happens in Benue. It happens in everywhere. How can the government be looking at this thing? Do you know the pain in losing loved ones? Nigerians what is our crime? Nigerians are suffering, and then this thing keeps happening, and then no arrest has been made. But we have military, we have soldiers. This is painful. This is painful. We have soldiers, we have military. Nobody is doing anything about it. People are dying every time. But their aim is who will be the next president in 2 years' time? Who will control CBN? Who will be the Senate president? But people are dying. People are crying. Women are crying. For women to go to the streets, for women to leave their homes to go to the streets, know that things are now bad. Is the president not saying this thing? You're saying who is electing these people? Let me tell you, the thing is, Nigerians come out to vote, but at the end, their vote doesn't count. Their vote doesn't count. This is what we are seeing in this country. Before the campaign, they've already, selected who will be their president. They've already selected who will be their president. Nigeria is corrupt. Nigeria is corrupt. Innocent people are seen. Imagine people that came out to say that they are hungry. Tell me, if these people have the best of life in their home, if they have food in their house, would they come out to protest? Would they come out to protest? If they have, if they have food, money, do you know how many children that have dropped out of school? Do you know that even little children that are 3 years, 4 years now hawk around? If they have food in their house, would they leave their homes to protest? Even when they come out to protest, they'll still throw tear gas at them, open firearms. Do you know how people that have lost their life in protest because they came out to say they are hungry? It's not like they are attacking violently. They are coming out doing it in peace. But then at the end, go to prison. See how many of them that have been locked up there. The end bad governance protest that happened August. I think it was last year. It was last August. They are still there in prison. They bail them with millions, so their bail condition includes millions of naira, which they cannot pay for. This is too much. This is too much. If this thing keep happening like this, there will not be anyone in this country. There will not be a country like Nigeria again. Innocent citizens are being killed by funny people. Since this Buhari and Tinubu's tenure, Boko Haram became so much. Boko Haram, groups. So that even SWAT, ISWAP, I don't know what they call them, ISWAP or whatever they call themselves. Groups of banditry. So guys, this is what we are seeing in Nigeria. And this is bad. This is not an isolated case. This is killings. These killings are systematic, relentless and growing. Yet the Nigerian state appears more committed to arresting young men in poor communities than confronting the actual and responsible men. Imagine, innocent men are being arrested, but those people that are, I'm asking myself, do you know one question I'm asking myself? Is it that when these bandits, when they are coming to attack, they come with fuel? In the last attack that happened in Yelawata in Benue State, they came with fuel, gallons of fuel. Guys, when they come into, even in their own house, so these people were inside their house, they came with fuel, poured in their house and burnt them. Do you know that children, I don't know if I've showed you the video, small children, what you will see is their skeleton, toddlers. Toddlers, what you will see is their skeleton. Different in a room, burnt. At times, you will see 20 burnt in a room. This is what we are seeing in Nigeria. Where do they, like, don't they pass checkpoints? I want to ask. All the checkpoints scattered all over Benue State, scattered all over the, Nigeria. Don't they pass checkpoints? Did they fly from heaven or did they disappear? You think Nigeria don't have money? Nigeria has money, but they don't use the money well. Do you know that Tinubu, the current president now, has borrowed more than past presidents? They have borrowed more than, but yet we have seen there are many. He has borrowed more than past. Do you know, how can somebody spend billions of naira just installing CCTV camera? Billions of naira. You see that they don't manage money well. They don't do what they're supposed to do. They don't do what they're supposed to do. Doing unnecessary things, going for different foreign trips that doesn't bring anything, that doesn't bring any change. All the foreign trips Tinubu has gone. What has changed in Nigeria? What we see at last is, mourning, sorrow, and everything. Take a look at how many women were crying.
Our government are not doing the right thing. They have blocked the way of money. Ataga Makode.
So guys, you saw what happened, how women were crying, shouting, their husbands died, their son, widows were, do you know how many people that they turn to widow every time? Do you know how many women that these Fulani people, these Fulani killers turn to widow? Do you know how many of them that they turn to widow every time? People's husbands are being killed. Do you know people go as far as raping people's wife, raping people's daughter? Heartlessness. Where is the justice? Why are Nigerian security agency more focused on raiding innocent homes in North Bank than pursuing terrorists in the bush of Guma? They come out to say we are working, we are this, we are that. Okay, guys, I want to play a video for you guys to watch. That video, I'm going to play it later. Just stay to the end of this live session. And also, if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button, like, and also drop your thoughts. Let me know what you're saying about this headline. So let's move on. So now, where are the justice? Where's the justice? People are being killed. Do you know that all this thing is happening, but President Tinubu has not even come to say, oh, sorry for what happened, this, let me visit you, or go to IDP camp, help them, compensate them. No, nothing like that. People just kill and they'll just forget them. Do you know that in the last attack that happened in Yellow, a man's warehouse where he stored rice was burnt down. About 27 million naira worth of rice were burnt. Nobody came to compensate him. And let me tell you that these attacks happening in all over the country, just like in Benue State. Benue State is one state that is known for food. There are a lot of farmers. Imagine how farmers are being killed. If farmers are being killed like this, one day there will not be food in Nigeria. Like, food will be scarce. I'm telling you the truth. Food will be scarce. This is more than a protest. This is a cry for survival, a rejection of a system that chooses silence over protection, fear over justice. Benue women have spoken now, and the nation must listen to it. The nation must rise. What are we going to do to stop all this thing in Nigeria? What do we do? the Nigeria said that Nigeria said they are practicing democracy. What is when they don't listen to the people? How are they practicing democracy when they don't listen to the people? We have gone out to protest. They buy us, they arrest us. Do you know that IGP of police even said that anybody that comes to criticize any government official will be arrested? But why is they don't go after these terrorists? They don't, are we asking for much? Is Nigeria asking for much? Please make things better in our own country. Oh, do you know that Nigeria is not at war, but people that have lost their life in Nigeria, people that are at war have not lost that number. That's to tell you what's happening. Nigeria is not at war. Do you know people that die at border because they are running away? Do you know people that die in border because they want to, forcefully leave the country because of, everything that is happening? They went to detain Mazen and they didn't do anything. Kenya court has said that man is innocent. UK said he's innocent. What is the problem? Release this man now. Release him. I feel the only thing in this country is, for them to release him. So that I think he's the only one that will bring light. Even APC members are now saying he's the only man that will bring light to this country. For over decades now, Benue State has been under siege, yet national conversation remains silent. They don't talk about the killings. Now you can see that today, or let me say it happened. It started this last month. Last month, the politicians were forming coalition, were merging to unseat President Bola Tinubu. Is a good thing. It's actually a good thing. But then let's ask ourselves, you're actually preparing for, because what they are doing is preparing for the 2027 election. That's what they are doing. Alongside their coalition, why can't they, also form a coalition that will stop the killings? Because you can't, if you allow these things to be happening in Nigeria, believe me, an international voice said, people would think he's a prophet, but no, he said, or she said that the way Nigeria is going, the way things are going in Nigeria, by 2030, there'll be nothing like Nigeria. He's not prophesying. He's just saying it backed up with the reality of Nigeria today. He's not joking. So you know that the politicians in Nigeria today are merging to unseat the president. But the question is, they are preparing for 2027. Alongside, they should also talk about to end the killings. Because if you're waiting for that 2027 to unseat President Bola Tinubu, do you know the millions? If let me not even say trillions. In fact, you know the trillions of people that will die just in June alone, just last month. Do you know the millions of people that died? Then, if we now wait to 2027 before they sit President Bola Tinubu, do you know the people that will die? Do you think there will be anything like Nigeria? People are scared. Do you know that people now live in the bush? People live in the bush because of the attacks. There is no war in Nigeria, but it looks like there is war. But Nigerian politicians are not even talking about, when they go to their conference, the president, we need to see it's not about talking. It's about acting. What is the military doing? What is the military doing? Do you know that the military came and said that, they said they cannot protect us. They said they cannot protect us. Military men came out to tell Nigerians, we cannot protect you guys. Imagine for people that is protecting you, come out and say, we cannot protect you. Imagine for them to come out to say, they cannot protect you. What does it mean? Hey, Jesus. All of us are vulnerable now. All of us are vulnerable. All of us are vulnerable to this. Meaning that if there's a external attack now, we don't have anybody that will protect us again. If there's external attack, we don't have anybody protecting us again. And they cannot even license gun. There was this Senator Ned Woko. He came out to say that that Nigerian government should license gun for everyone in this country. What happened? They did not agree, but these same people came out to say that they cannot protect us, that we should protect ourselves. So how are we going to protect ourselves? They should license gun for everybody if they cannot protect us. Military don't have the capacity to protect us. And even some that go to war, they are hiding. Some that go to fight this Boko Haram terrorists, they are hiding because they are not weaponized. Do you think these men are not strong? They are strong men, but they cannot go for war with bare hands now. They can't go with bare hands. They can't go to war with bare hands. There are many evidence, even soldiers come out to say that army, they don't have weapons. They have come out to cry they don't have weapons, they don't have sophisticated weapons, that these terrorists have more sophisticated and advanced weapon. Why they don't have? You can see what is happening. Security forces are protecting the oppressors. Security agents ignore the killers and instead arrest the victims. Innocent youths are profiled, arrested, and sometimes disappear without a trace. This amounts to state-sponsored trauma and psychological warfare against already oppressed communities. The victims are mostly farmers, the backbone of Nigeria's food supply. Benue is known as the food basket of the nation. By attacking Benue farmers, the national food chain is being destroyed. Somebody said that the same northern government officials that are funding terrorists provide them with weapons. He did not lie about that, because we have seen, many videos that people are saying that, many people have come out to confess. Even these terrorists, they say, all these headers, do you know that what they do is to carry cow about? They don't have money to buy all this AK-47 and the rest. So how did they get AK-47? They say they don't have money. What they do is to rear cow. That this AK-47 is being given to them. We have seen many confessions online. We have seen many confessions online. So you see, but even there was, in fact, the chief of defense staff, a list was given to him of people that are terrorizing Nigeria. What did he do about it? What did he do about it? He just sat on the list and is coming out to say, is it everything? Do act. We need you to act. Don't come and tell us. Act. Do you think the Nigerian government doesn't know who is doing all these things? So how are they getting these AK-47s? Just last week or last 2 weeks, about 2,000 plus guns, firearms, both AK-47 was missing in the police department. Where are they? Where did they go to? Who took them? There was this allegation that came up. One politician came out and said that the AK-47 that these bandits use, that they are Nigerians' property, and you think it's not true. If it's not true, so where are these bandits getting all these arms from? Guns, about 2,000 plus be missing, and it's not just this month. It happened last year. It happened at the beginning of this month. Arms keep missing. Where are they? Who is taking it? Where is all these arms? So you see what is happening? This country, people are tired of this country. I'm telling you. People are tired of this country. These Nigerians are tired. That is why you see many youths are running to leave Nigeria, running to leave. Do you know that students, you're schooling in Nigeria, but you don't have hope? Do you know how many graduates there are, hawking? Do you know how many graduates are hawking? After going to school, you don't get good jobs. Imagine Nigeria is paying 70,000 naira. Guys, 70,000 naira minimum wage. It can't even transport you to your place of work. Talk more of giving you a good life, or you can't even save. You can't even save. You can't, talk more of people that have families. How do we survive? Do you know the worst thing? We are thinking of to survive, at least to put food in our mouths. And people are still killing us. That's the worst part. Farmers that put little seed on the ground, and their whole, they're hoping, or their survive, their hope is on that seed to grow so that they can put food on their mouths. But then, but then you will see these farmers who bring their cows, pull out their cassava from the floor, give it to their cows to eat. The government is watching. The only thing the Tinubu cares is who will defect from PDP and enter APC to push the party. Everyone in this country is suffering. Nigeria is folding, guys. Nigeria is at the brink of collapsing. Nigeria is folding. Nigeria is folding. We need to, Nigerians need to act. You're saying Nigeria, we need to rise. How do we rise, please? How do we rise to all these things? How? We have protested. What other way? The way things are looking is looking like this, war will escalate. Because if this thing keep happening, one day like this, all Nigerians will rise up and say no to this. One day, all Nigerians will rise up and say no to this nonsense happening in Nigeria. Benue is bleeding. Different states, not just Benue alone. Almost all the states in Nigeria is bleeding. People are crying. Enugu, Ebonyi. Everybody is crying. Kwara State said they're tired of killing, or they're tired of mass burial. They're tired of losing their loved ones. Do you know that? Oh God, the way these people even kill Nigerians, it looks like they're killing chickens. Some they slit on their throats. Some they slit on their throats. This is so bad. Security agents ignore killers and instead harass the victim. Innocent youths are profiled, arrested, and sometimes disappear without a trace. This amounts to state-sponsored trauma and psychological warfare against already oppressed communities. Benue is known as the food basket of the nation. By attacking Benue farmers, the national food chain is being destroyed. Hope you guys know that. Herdsmen are not just killing people, they are crippling agriculture, worsening hunger and inflation in Nigeria. These are not farmer-header clash. These are deliberate armed invasion. Tinubu says farmer-header clash. Farmer-header clash. They carry weapons, arms. You're saying it's farmer-header clash. The attackers are often well equipped with AK-47, military-grade weapons that our own military men don't even have. Believe me when I tell you that Nigeria will never get better if, or else these corrupt people leave that office. When Mazen Kanu was preaching to them, they felt it was, it was a joke. Is it not happening right now? They kept an innocent man there for many years. An innocent man that didn't do anything, just that he said the persecution of the Igbos will end with him. They arrested him. The Igbos have been marginalized. And that was why, the Biafran agitation started. Witnesses have reported that the attackers chant religious slogans, burn churches, and target TV-dominated areas, raising fear of ethnic and religious cleansing. Do you know that all this thing is happening? These Fulani men kill people every time. But once a Fulani man goes down, you will see the president's act. But look at how many people that died last week by this Fulani attack. Nobody is saying anything about it. No Fulani leader is saying anything about it. But let one Fulani man go down. They want to turn it to a religious war. They will come out and start threatening people. But look at Tinubu declared state of emergency in Rivers State. But look at what is happening in Benue State. He will not go and declare state of, but in things that doesn't matter, you will see him act. What is the thing that happened in Rivers State? Is it state of emergency? Look at what happened in Ogoni. Let me play a video for you guys. Ogoni of Rivers State. These herdsmen again. Watch how the man lamented angrily. Take a look.
Why can't you arrest those that are killing our people? Why is it that ever since Ogonis has been killed, nobody, police have not made any arrest? There has been no arrest, nobody has been arrested. We should go on dialogue with our killers, and we should go engage our killers. Why the people that killed us are living peacefully? And so we should go and engage. Sir, at this point,
that. I will deliver their message to the Commissioner of Police. But my SU want to chip in 1 or 2 words too.
A call for justice and protection of Ogoniland. We, the concerned citizens of Ogoniland, are compelled to raise our voice against the growing wave of violence and insecurity perpetrated by Fulani herdsmen within our communities. The recent attack in Yokuru, Ebubu, Sogo, Weke, which have resulted in the tragic loss of our innocent lives, have pushed our collective patience to its limits. This act of aggression is unacceptable or are unacceptable. We have endured enough.
So, guys, you can see that, people, Ogoni people of River State, they are angry. Enough is enough. Do you know that when these people start attacking, they are coming out now, even to confront policemen, saying that all this thing have been happening in Ogoni, in River State, Nigeria, and then, there have not been any attack, or there have not been any arrests. Why? Enough is enough. All this thing is happening. Security forces are silent. The president is silent. Once people now want to defend themselves, and when they are defending themselves, and then one Fulani man is down, come and see what will happen in the world. They want to bring down heaven. I am telling you the truth. Where are the state governors? Where are the National Assembly? Benue state governor came out to say that the people that is terrorizing Nigeria is in Abuja, that he knows them. So, as a state governor, what have you done? As a state governor, what have you done to eliminate these people? Or to call their names? Why are they not calling them? Call their names. The state governor came out to say that, he knows people that is terrorizing. The governor of Benue State, too, said he knows people that are terrorizing Nigeria, that, they are in House of Assembly. That, why don't you, what have you done to it as a state governor to eliminate them, or to bring them to justice? Where is National Assembly? Every time they will go and sit there as senators in House of Rep. They'll be answering Senator this. What are they doing? Every month they go with millions of naira. But poor Nigerians are going with 70,000 naira, which some states have never started giving them money. They are there as senators. What are they doing to end the killings in Nigeria? What are they doing to improve the economy? What are they doing to, reduce inflation in this country? You go to market with 70,000 naira. You can't even fool nylon. How much is rice? How much is beans? There is problem in this country. There is problem in this country with the way things are going. With the way things are going. Where is the president? What is the president doing? What's the president doing about the killings in this country? What is he doing to wipe away these killers? Over 150,000 people were displaced, with children living in makeshift tents under extreme heat and rain. Over 15,000 people were displaced, with children living in makeshift tents under extreme heat and rain. Most are without access to food, healthcare, or clean water. Women are giving birth in the open. Disease outbreak and are rising due to poor sanitation and overcrowding. The attackers strike at night. These bandits, they come at night, when people are most vulnerable. They often begin with one village, and then it sweeps across nearby, and then it sweeps across nearby areas over several days. It shows a clear tactical approach, not random clashes. They will say it's clash. It's not clash, it's deliberate. Despite the number of lives lost, these violent Fulani herdsmen have not been officially declared as terrorists by the federal government. Meanwhile, groups from the south and east, even unarmed ones, have been sweetly labeled and banned, just like Biafra. This is a double stance that exposes political bias. These women are rising not just because of their in grief But in defiance, sorry, let me take that again. It says these women are rising not just in grief, but in defiance. Their protest is a peaceful civil disobedience and aimed at waking up the conscience of the nation. This is what we see today in Nigeria, and the government expects us to be silent. When you talk, they will arrest you. In this kind of thing, are we supposed to be silent at this moment, in this critical moment? No, now we're not supposed to be silent. We have to talk, and when you talk, they will arrest you. Very few political figures have even visited IDP camps or attended the mass burials. Some even dismiss the victims as collateral damage in farmer health disputes. Why are they so quick to fly abroad but slow to stand with their own people? Boko Haram tactics are being copied by Fulani militants, burning villages, targeting markets, approaching IDP camps, beheading victims. These are same tactics in Boko Haram oppression. Yet, no joint task force has been mobilized in the same way it was in the Northwest. Benue has lost an entire generation of youths. Many of those killed or arrested are young men between 18 to 35. These are the future farmers, builders, engineers, fathers now buried in prison or displaced. Nigeria must wake up. The women are the last line of defense. For women to come out, know that it is too much. When women take to the streets, it means the men are either dead, jailed, or too afraid to speak. This is no longer a political issue, it's a human survival issue. Benue is experiencing a slow ethnic cleansing. The coordinated killings, land occupation, and forced displacement suggest a systematic plan to drive indigenous people away. When farmers are driven from their own land, entire family becomes beggars, and the cycle of poverty continues from generation. Most arrested men are never charged. The indiscriminate arrests are often not followed by court trials or investigation. Many simply disappear into detention. These military men or these security agents, they go and arrest people like that without being tried. They will not tell them their offense, they will arrest them. But look at terrorists, they are meant to attack. In Edo State, a very dark man, I don't know if you guys know Very Dark Man. He exposed that military men are destroying people's houses in Edo State, and then they are building houses for Fulani. Who gave Fulani the permission? See, let me tell you. Why is this Fulani people carrying cow around? Why are they carrying cow around? In those days, what were the cow eating? They say they are grazing. What were they eating in those days? They are carrying cow around, carrying AK-47. Niger State called them. Niger State said, we have lands. Come and, stay here and rear your cow. They rejected. They denied. They did not want they said no. They said no, they don't want land from Niger. They want to be going about killing people. Can't you see that these Fulani men have mission and ambition? Can't you see that they have mission and ambition to wipe away people from the surface from Nigeria? To wipe away Nigerians from the surface of this earth. That is their mission. Take a look at what this lawyer said. Let me just play a clip of what this lawyer said. Take a look.
If we don't get angry with this thing, it will not get away. There is a proverb in my place that if you have rashes on your buttocks and you are covering it, the thing will continue to fester. But when you expose it, shame will not allow you to stay there, it will go away. Why is it that each time Tinubu want to address this, he will not mention names? You may up till now, Tinubu does not know who is causing this problem in Nigeria. Up till now, they don't know. Up till now, they don't know. They don't call them out. I expected Tinubu to call all the Fulani leaders, to call their people to order. That is the way to go. Buhari is there. He knows all this is. He kept quiet. If Nigerians were to be killing Fulani the way they are killing other people, wouldn't Buhari talk? Esther, wouldn't Buhari talk? They kept quiet because they are the one killing other people. You heard all the statements they have made concerning Benue especially. Telling Benue people they must do this before peace can reign. Imagine terrorists giving condition in Nigeria where Tinubu is the president.
He said so because we killed 200 people in Benue State, and so what? Is that why you people are crying and complaining? You are going to social crying and complaining. You are going to social media to complain. What you saw is just small. You people have been writing that you will chase Fulani out of Benue State.
Yeah, that one is rubbish.
But now you are the ones crying. How many of our cows were killed? How many of our people were killed in the bushes and in the Aruga settlements that you are crying over the killing of mere 200 people? So what? You have not seen anything yet. Almighty. I can kill 150 for one of my cows killed. For me, it's an eye for an eye. If you offend me, I don't wait. I take my vengeance immediately. I have stopped thinking twice. I don't forgive or forget. You do me, I revenge as a fool.
So you heard what, this Fulani man. Imagine Fulani man saying that he doesn't even care that the lives, 200, they were crying because of 200 people that lost their life. That he can kill a whole community just because of one calf. And the government is looking. The government is not saying anything about it. He's just looking, moping. And you expect us not to talk. You expect Nigerians to talk, not to talk. Even the Northerners that are, that did not even want to hear anything about division is now saying that they want Nigeria to divide. Northerners are now saying that they want Nigeria to divide. Ijo, they are saying they want Nigeria to divide. Igbos, they are saying Nigeria should divide. We need help in this country. We need help in this country. Honestly, the way Nigeria is going, it's looking like in next few years, there will not be any country called Nigeria again. Because these people cannot be killing us and then the government is not saying anything about it. The coordinated killings, land occupation, and forced displacement suggest a systematic plan to drive people away. When farmers are driven from their land, entire families become beggars and the cycle of poverty continues for generations. Villages are being burnt down to the ground. Armed herders don't just kill. Armed herders don't just kill, they burn down homes, markets, school, and churches, make return impossible. Imagine your children went to school and then armed men burn down school. How will you feel as a parent? In Nigeria, it's happening. It's happening. The violence is no longer isolated to Benue. It's spreading into Nasarawa, in Plateau, Taraba, right? All the whole states in this country now, in Nigeria. Are experiencing this same attack by Fulani people. The same attack. Despite checkpoints and military patrol, killings still occur close to security posts, raising suspicious. Do you know that there's this allegation because there's a certain time that Sahara reporters reported it that Ade Alero, this is the most wanted bandits in Nigeria, he was seen having peace talk with bandits. Please, where does this happen? In Nigeria. In Nigeria, do you know that in Nigeria, they when they catch bandits, they will rehab them, and then they will believe that they are repented, and they will give them army uniform. Guys, tell me why insecurity will stop in Nigeria with this method. Tell me, how can you catch somebody that have been unaliving millions of people? You finally catch them, you rehab them. After rehabbing them, they'll claim that they are repented, and then you put them back to the system without any justice. Meaning that somebody can, do you know they even reward them? Meaning that somebody can just, come and kill people and then get away with it. Just like that. They don't call them terrorists though. They'll claim that they are repented, and then they'll give them uniform, and then they'll become soldiers. And you're telling me that insecurity will stop in Nigeria with this method. They're just fueling the fire of insecurity. That is what they are doing. Attacks are often carried out around midnight when victims are vulnerable and unable to defend themselves. Now, due to the overcrowding in IDP camps, thousands are now living in abandoned schools and churches without aid. No national mourning has been declared. Despite hundreds of deaths, there has been no national day of mourning, no flag at half-mast, no official tribute. Do you know people that have died in Nigeria? No mourning. Nigeria cannot just, just close their eyes and say we must end. Do you know that if Nigerian government wants to end insecurity in Nigeria, they can do it today? If Nigeria wants to end insecurity, they can do it today. But because of one reason or the other, they don't want to end insecurity in Nigeria. It's not like they don't have the money. They have the money. If you say they don't have the money, tell me why the president on Tinubu's government to be, or the Nigerian's government to be using billions of naira to install CCTV cameras. If Nigerian government wants to do you know the military, the soldiers in Nigeria, they are so powerful. But because of corruption, if they want to end insecurity in Nigeria, trust me, they're going to end it today. Military men are saying that they don't have weapons to fight them. That is why, we lose our soldiers when they are fighting these Boko Haram people. Children are dropping out of school with families displaced. Families displaced. Do you know the millions of children they are dropping out of school? Traditional rulers have been killed. Even village chiefs and community elders have been targeted and killed. An attack on cultural leadership. Now, somebody said, explore that one reason or another. Why else do you think they are not stopping the violence and it's not corruption? That is an easy answer. Now, that's the easy answer. Now, do you know one truth? A politician came out and said, Nigeria is accommodating terrorists. Nigeria, a politician, Bauchi State Governor, as at then, came out to say that Nigeria is using Nigerians' resources to accommodate terrorists. It's over there. Or, somebody even said that they're using insecurity to make money in Nigeria. Let's know that